Hello all, my name is Adonis and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a love coming spread for all of my cancers out there for the week of January 20th to the 25th. So let's get after it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What kind of energy is coming towards my cancers? What kind of energy is coming towards my cancers during the week of January 20th to 25th? What kind of love or energy is coming towards my cancers? Show me cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Interesting. So, we have an individual here, the Empress energy. There's still some Empress energy here. This individual is an individual that was may have been looking for a long-term committed relationship in terms of material abundance, true happiness, and also it feels and it looks like there could have been some aspect of having some sort of children here because of this fertility aspect. But for whatever reason, and we're going to get some clarification on this, but for whatever reason, we have the Eight of Cups energy here. This individual decided to walk away, to move away from the situation. So let's see here. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Give me some clarification with Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Give me some clarification with Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Give me some clarification with Eight of Cups. Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Okay. I see. Okay. So this individual decided to decided to walk away from the situation because we have the Six of Swords. They wanted to move towards a more calmer situation. They thought things were kind of getting out of hand. It was, there was a lot of drama there was a lot of drama going on here. Too much drama for them, it seems as though. And so they wanted to get themselves to a place where they could really contemplate and reflect about things. It does not necessarily mean that this individual walked away permanently, but this individual did take a step back, to kind of calm things down a little bit, because things are getting a little bit, becoming a little bit too much for them. So they decided to kind of take a step back and really do some contemplating, some reflection. And also we have the Hermit card here too. So not just some contemplating and reflecting about the situation, but also to do some deep soul searching within themselves. Okay, some deep soul searching within themselves to really kind of really look at what they could be doing to be causing the turmoil as well. So they're looking at the situation and also doing some self-reflecting on themselves as well. Now, as I said, there is quite a bit of arguments, disputes. So there's this issue that you're having with this individual here. There's a lot of arguments, a lot of conflicts, a lot of disputes that's going on right now. And this person kind of took a step back to kind of, in other words, get their house in order, get their mental faculties in order. This happens to be a water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And the Ace of Cups, this individual is deeply in love with you. Very deeply in love with you. Okay, but the arguing and the disputes is beginning to has not beginning, but it has taken a toll on this individual. So they decided to take a step back for a little bit. Again, it may not be a permanent step back. Okay, they're being very defensive, if you will, very cautious about protecting themselves. Okay. This appears to be an individual from your past too. There has been some. This is an individual that you probably you dated, Okay, that there was some dating going on, and maybe there was a sense of some misunderstanding of the way things were. Um, maybe there was a misunderstanding of maybe exclusivity. Maybe that wasn't quite. I'm feeling as if that's definitely was the situation. That wasn't quite, at least in their mind, that wasn't really. They thought they were clear about exclusivity, but for you it was just kind of like a dating thing, kind of getting kind of to know the individual, but they really took it to heart and this was really weighing them down, really weighing heavily on their mind. So they decided to take a step back from the situation, because at least in their mind there was a sense of deceit. They felt like they were being deceived. Um, they felt like they were being deceived. So whatever the case may be, there's this massive misunderstanding that took place with this individual, and they're kind of like taking a step back from the situation, kind of reevaluating not only the situation but reevaluating themselves too. Okay, and so sometimes people need to do that. So let's see, what kind of strengths are my Cancer? What kind of strengths are my Cancer doing? 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 Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you will definitely be willing to take that leap of faith towards something that interests you. Okay, you will definitely be willing to take a leap towards something that interests you, where you see the opportunity to grow with an individual. Also, you too, you want to move things towards a more calm, or more of a tranquil situation here. It's kind of funny because, again, this person walked away because they wanted things to be more tranquil. But like I said, there was this misunderstanding. I really feel as if there was this huge miscommunication. And, you too wanted things to be moved in a more calmer, tranquil situation, if you will. Also, we have the Eight of Cups here with you as well. So if this person did not walk away from the situation, you were going to be the one to do it. Okay, you were contemplating walking away from the situation yourself. Okay, yeah. So you two were, they just kind of did it first. Also, we have the World card here. So this is a situation for you. Things have pretty much come. There's usually three meanings to this card, but what this means is things have pretty much come full circle. You feel as though things have come full circle with this particular relationship. It started off as one thing, it ended up as another, and now you feel as though things have gone full circle. So it seems like there has been a completion here. There's been a completion to this relationship here. Also, we have the Seven of Wands here, and you definitely feel like you have the higher ground when it comes to this situation, because like I said, there was a miscommunication that you two had that caused a lot of conflicts, a lot of disputes, and things of that nature, and you just kind of feel like this is really just kind of run its course. You feel like you have the higher ground because you feel like, hey, listen, again, these are all your strengths. You communicated, what your position was, and you feel as though, hey, listen, I was right and you're wrong. Maybe you didn't get where I was coming from, so you feel like you're in the right here. You also, additionally, you have the ability to, Queen of Wands, you have the ability, you put out positive energy, but you also have the ability to attract positive things to you, and you no longer feel as if this particular situation is very positive for you. It's not very positive. It's not getting you back the positivity that you're putting out. Also, you want a recognized victory here. You're looking to have a recognized victory here, with emotional fulfillment in the realm of relationships, and you don't really feel like you're getting that, and that's why you were contemplating stepping away from a relationship. Finally, there was this aspect also of an ex that was beginning to coming back into the picture again, or at least the consideration of an ex. And that's really looks like that's really what kind of got the ball rolling here as far as the disintegration of this relationship that you guys were having. There's a huge possibility that the ex was like the catalyst for this thing. Maybe there was a tepid, connection that you guys had, understanding rather that, hey, we're gonna, we're friends, we're gonna date, we're gonna, not be mutually exclusive with each other, but we do have a connection, and there was no sense of worry here. Then when the ex was coming back into the picture, there was like, oh wow, okay. There's some serious issues. There's some serious competition here. There's a serious threat to what he or she thought you guys had, and that was the catalyst to kind of pull this thing apart here. So let's see what types of things from the past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation. What types of things from the past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation here? What types of things from the past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation here? Some cards. Whoa. I need to see cards I need to see. So we had two that wanted to come out already. And so we're just going to take those. So we got the Five of Cups here. And the Five of Cups represents something from your past. So you were looking back on the past with a sense of regret. Okay? Thinking about the past, the ex, and that was kind of making you feel a little bit regretful, kind of making you look back at the past. And, that's, the ex being from your past is kind of like, reminiscing is kind of like what kind of got the ball rolling here. In addition here, you were thinking about the big picture, okay? Thinking about the big picture. Maybe before you didn't, but now you were. And you were like, you know what? You weren't necessarily sure if you were done with your ex. And if they weren't going to be in your future still, if you weren't completely done with them yet. And the exact same thing, as far as this individual, you weren't exactly sure if you would see this person, being in your future. And you wanted to just make sure. Old feelings, quite possibly began to surface, and you realize you had unfinished business here with your ex. And also, the Wheel of Fortune is beginning to move in your favor. You thought you were done. There was a possibility you were done, but not exactly. And, that's kind of like where we are right now. So, let's see what additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? Okay. So, revolution. Again, things have gone full circle. As I said with the World card, Spirit is saying, yes, there has been a full revolution. Things have gone, have come full circle with this thing. And it's more than likely, there is definitely a time to separate yourself from the situation. Even if this doesn't mean, that may not necessarily mean that things are going to really blossom with your ex, okay? But it does appear that this thing has reached an end point, and it's time for you quite possibly to move on. Secondly, we have brilliance here, okay? So in other words, it is your time to shine. It is definitely your time to shine. It is your opportunity to really light those darkened corners again, that those feelings that were long since gone. It's time to re-illuminate those feelings and really just make sure you are done with this particular situation. If you're going to be done, make sure you're done. Don't leave any kind of you know, unresolved issues here with this particular situation. And so, you know, brilliance, and make sure, and also shine your light. Shine your light. You know, let the brilliance in these dark corners, shine a light on these situations to make sure that you're absolutely done with this situation. And above all, make sure there's balance. Make sure you're balanced here with the situation. Have a sense of mental clarity, if you will, okay, and a sense of so that you can truly, if this thing does end with you and your ex, that it completely balances itself here. You know, that you guys could at least be friends, you know, if things don't work out. But make sure you keep yourself balanced. Don't get too emotionally caught up, you know, to the point where you're not able to function. Okay, just make sure you keep yourself balanced as you're dealing with the situation. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of this reading. This is a general love reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it didn't, that's okay. You want a little bit more about your personal situation, again, the link will be below. If it did resonate with you, you want a little bit more, feel free to get a personal reading, again, the links below. If you haven't already, please like, please share, and please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell either to get the notifications from when I drop my videos. And as always, I love you guys. My name is Adonis, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.